Well, all right. Hello, friends. Welcome back to another episode of Double Crossed, episode 5. We made it 5 episodes. Well, we didn't make it through this one yet. Anyways, I'm your host, Dan, at 2 Inches Short on the internet. Also, my co-host, Dave, at Golfin' Jokes from the internet as well. Dave, say hello.
What's up? How's it going?
Hello, everybody. If you don't follow us on social media, we're on the gram, Twitter. Make sure you hit us up there, follow us, check us out. Thank you all for the support you've been giving us, the reviews, the ratings. We appreciate it. As you know, you can catch us on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, anywhere podcasts are sold or where you get them for free. We just wanted to say we really appreciate your support, and if you want to support us, it helps us out a lot, so we appreciate it. Thank you very much. Dave, we're on week 2 or 3 now of your golf lockdown in Ontario. Are you still staying sane? Are you okay?
Trying to. I mean, the weather starting to slowly get better, which makes it worse. Although it's been raining the last few days, so that was kind of nice. But next week the weather looks to be pretty solid, so it's gonna sting a little more.
It's gonna sting a little more.
As of now, it goes until May the 20th, so I'm hoping they don't extend it after that. But honestly, who knows?
Oh man, dude. Well, I hope for everybody in Ontario, you know, our Canadian fan base, Dave is your fearless leader. Unfortunately, I did see a golf course that is has been staying open. We mentioned last week, but now there's like some police presence now and people are getting tickets.
Are they still staying open now?
Oh, I don't know after today. I have no idea.
Yeah,
all I saw was a line of polilet cars outside.
They're giving tickets.
Yeah.
Honestly, screw those cops that are giving tickets. Like, you know, let the guys play, man.
I mean, we're social distancing. Eventually, you're gonna be able to play golf again. Again,
those cops must not be golfers.
Probably not. I would assume not. I would hope not. Or maybe it's just killing them to write these tickets in when they want to be playing golf themselves. Who knows? But we
sorry,
do know
man,
that
I got to give you this, even though I'm a golfer myself, and it's just, you know,
just
my boss is forcing me, and he's a dick. But what are you gonna do?
Bad news. But again, our thoughts are with Canada as always. As we get through this trying time, Dave is clearly trying to make sure that everybody gets back on the golf course as soon as possible, because that's where we belong and deserve to be after this insane pandemic that we've been dealing with, which we're getting through. We're getting through it.
Speak for yourself.
We're getting through it. Anyway, so let's jump right into this week. This week on tour, we had the Valspar Championship at Copperhead and Innisbrook, and we had a first-time winner, 24-year-old Sam Burns, who has been knocking on the door as of late. Seems to be a complete all-around player. I'm not quite sure what flaws we're gonna see in this kid. I mean, he's 24. I looked that up. I had no idea. Dave, did you catch any of the coverage?
Yeah, I watched quite a bit of it this week, actually. I thought the course played tough, but pretty fair. Definitely a little more softer, and it seemed less windier than it does in March. I feel like it plays a little tougher in March. If you could take advantage of the par fives, and there are some good scoring opportunities. I thought Max was going to take it after yesterday, to be honest. You know, that last hole, nice putt he made to cut it to one. I mean, Burns and Keegan aren't exactly closers, but Max just couldn't do anything today. He couldn't buy a putt. It just played terrible, and it was literally a 2-man race all day.
Yeah.
Until and then you know what? I thought Keegan was going to pull away you know, he had the 1-shot lead, then Burns tied it, then Keegan just hit that ball in the water, which pretty much ended it for him. And
well, yeah, it really was. It was two guys. They were like 3 clear of the field. It was Keegan Bradley and Sam Burns. And when Keegan stepped up to that tee where like he just wasn't really committed. I think it was 13, right? That part.
He wasn't committed all day. It felt like, you know, nonstop, you know, needed reinsurance from his caddy. And yeah,
it was. I think he was the only guy to put it in the water all day on 13 actually.
Bad time,
which was one of the more like, you know, decent opportunities on the par 3s at this
and he was putting pretty well at the beginning, and then his putter went shaky too at the end, which well, I mean, he's known to be a shaky putter.
Yeah, well, it kind of everything seemed to. I mean, he didn't make a birdie on the backside. With, you know, we were talking about Keegan still. Although he did finish solo second. Behind him was Victor Hovland, tied with Cameron Jagali for third, and then we got an Abe Answer, which we'll get into in a second. Von Taylor, which it's good to see that name again. I haven't seen that in it feels like a long time.
Going back to Keegan, has he won anything other than his first major 8 moons ago?
Yeah,
I can't remember what he's won.
Now we're doing live research during this podcast
because it's been so long. There's just not coming to me.
You feel like it's been so long.
I feel like it's been ages.
You would be right, because it was in 2018 was his last. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, 2018 was his last win in BMW Championship.
See, even that, I couldn't remember that at all. I thought you were going to say like 2013, 2014 or something.
Well, before that, it was 2012, which WGC, and then before that was PGA, and also he had 1 win prior to that. But also,
so he's won 3 big tournaments, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah, and he also won two of them with an illegal putter now. True. And I'm sure it took him some time to figure out how to play golf. But yeah, dude, it's tough to watch him. Sometimes
I can't watch him.
Super twitchy, and I mean I like his style, I guess, to it. You know, the fact that, you know, he's himself, and he seems to not. I mean, he does question himself. Seems like a lot. And, you know, we were talking about this offline, like if, you know, Tiger needed something, he would ask for it, but he's not going to question anything else about himself. But yeah, it's, you know, I mean, Keegan, solo second's good. We were talking about, do we want to just see where he's finished in recent events? Keegan Bradley has, let's see, because like it's a Ryder Cup year too. Hang on, we're getting there. It was a it's been a kind of T10 at the Arnold Palmer, and then a T4. The rest were, you know, he's made the cut in his last couple times out, so he has been playing better golf. But
yeah, he's definitely been playing better.
Didn't look good coming down the stretch today. Really tough to watch him on that bogey on double on 13, where Burns actually made a great 2-putt. That was pretty much kind of sealed everything. And then was the bear trap. The snake pit. Burns winds up birdieing 16 through a really nice shot in there, and converted the putt. Made a good solid par on 17, and then just split the fairway. I mean, it just kind of was a clinic. I mean, he had a four shot lead. He missed a little gimme putt at the end, but I mean, still, we were talking about the course. I think the course record for 18 holes, for 72 holes was -18. So he missed that by tying it by 1 with that one little hiccup. But I mean, can't fault him. He's I'm not sure whether you caught his post-round interview with his whole family out there, his wife.
Yeah,
Seeing someone's life changed is pretty cool to see.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I know he's been knocking at the door a few times, and finally, you know, got the job done. So good for him.
Yeah, good for him. And chances are, usually 1 win kind of tends to, for a good player, open up some doors to other opportunities when you have job security, and now you know that you're good enough. You've proved it. And so yeah, look out for Sam Burns. He's gonna be, I don't know where he is in world rankings, but he's moving up. I think he's now,
he's got to be top
FedEx.
50, I'd say.
Yeah, and I think he's up to 17 in FedEx Cup points. So yeah, good for Sam Burns. Couple quick things we wanted to kind of point out. Our locks of the week last week, I had Paul Casey, who did not win 3 times in a row. I also had I had Abe Answer, who did, in our classification of a contender being top 10. He was, I believe he finished where is it, 5th, solo 5th,
top 5, yeah.
And my fade was Phil, and God
you
bless
barely
Phil.
got that one.
Missed the cut. I'll check that as a victory. Dave, how are your picks last week?
I had Jason Kokrak to win. Started pretty strong and then just kind of got stuck in the mud. Couldn't really get anything. It was like -6 to -8 the whole way pretty much after that. So finished tied for 13th. JT was my contender. He had a great 3rd round to kind of, jump up the leaderboard a bit. And he said after his 3rd round that if he was putting well, there was no way he doesn't win this tournament. And I think he was
leading all the stats.
He made ball striking. 3 eagles, which is the same amount of putts over 10 feet that he made all week, which is insane.
I've never heard anything.
Yeah. So today he kind of played crappy. He still finished tied for 13th. And then my fate of the century, aka, put everything you own on it, was Hunter Mahan. And not gonna lie, I checked his scores in round 1 and he was 3 under after like 9 holes. I'm like, are you serious? And then after that, it was just downhill from there. And yeah, he missed the cut. So
tough to maintain. So you got
all in all, not bad.
Not terrible.
Not terrible, but still haven't picked the winner. I'm trying to catch up to you.
Yeah, well, just keep adding to those tallies. We got time. We're heading slowly into another major. We're getting there. Couple other things. Well, one definitely thing we want to talk about real quick is the par 3 situation at Innisbrook at this golf course. 5 par 3s, all really played really difficult. Pretty amazing. There is one that's 244 yards. I put this question out on Twitter. It got quite a bit of array of responses. 244 yards, Dave, par 3, no wind, no elevation change. What club are you hitting to get there?
Probably be a good, 2-iron, maybe a 3-iron, depending how, I don't know, could be a 2-iron, 3-iron, possibly a 5-wood, which I don't care.
Yeah.
But maybe one of those.
Yeah, 244. That's a.
I'd probably go with the 5-wood then, just to get some more height on it. But
yeah, and you can kind of take a little off it, right?
When you posted that, on Twitter, what was the common response? 7-iron from those Twitter golf.
Couple of hooded 8s and 7-iron.
Yeah, sure.
We also had some drivers. We had a couple of driver wedge, driver 7-iron. Just get me to the bar sort of things. It was, as the internet normally does, it provided some fantastic feedback, and it was fun to imagine. But yeah, 244. Oh, also, is this really a par 3? Shouldn't this be a par 4? Par doesn't matter, people.
It's a
par doesn't matter. You just get the ball in the lowest amount of strokes. Anyways, yeah, that was fun. 244 is long. I'd probably hit a little 3/4 4-wood, maybe, kind of work it in there, kind of cut it up in there like a feather, landed like a sack of potatoes. But yeah, we're unfortunately, Dave, do you play many 244-yard par 3s?
No, not really. No.
Yeah, that's probably better that way. And if you
played, honestly, maybe one of them in my life, to be honest.
Okay. All right, that's fair. Yeah, if you're playing from that tee box and you can't reach it, you might want to move up a tee box. But yeah, so congratulations again to Sam Burns winning his first PGA tournament. Pretty just classy stuff all around. Fun. It's going to see this. Going to be fun to see his kid's trajectory. Good to see Keegan back in the mix, even though it was tough to watch. And then, you know, down the line, we were talking about winning 3 tournaments in a row because I put Paul Casey. Dave, do you have any idea how many players have won 3 tournaments in a row? Like the number's absurd. So since the last 40 years, I saw this tweet from Justin Ray, who's a fantastic golf statistician, and he said that there in the last 40 years there's been 8 instances of a player winning 3 consecutive tournaments of the same tournament, right? And of those 8, 6 of them are Tiger. And I was trying
no surprise there.
I was trying to figure out. It has to be, and I think it has to be WGC Bridgestone, Bay Hill. What are we saying?
Memorial.
I mean, those are. I mean, he won those multiple times, 3 times in a row, right?
Yeah, Memorial.
So yeah. So
what else?
That's what I'm saying. Bay Hill, I think, is also on there
for sure. Bay Hill
and Firestone, right? I mean,
yeah.
So,
but then there's
I'm sure
still others,
something else,
which I can't.
I'm sure there's others, but anyways, we just thought that was funny. And then also Tiger, just some real quick Tiger story.
The funny thing is,
facts.
if you probably ask Tiger, he probably doesn't even know.
He just cares about major trophies, man. That's all he cares about.
But
he did win 7 in a row. If you asked him, he might not know, but he did win 7 in a row from 2006 to 2007.
Yeah, I remember that.
Which is the longest I think since it was Byron Nelson that had like 11. But like, who's counting what is a real tournament back then?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Sam Snead's his record already is kind of asterisk
up in the air. But yeah, it's Tiger. I mean, and it's also easy to miss out that he won 6 in a row in 2000 when he won a Grand Slam, basically, right? In Tiger Slam. So we've been blessed to see some amazing golf. Unfortunately, we didn't see another 3-peat champion, but yeah. Tiger,
the worst part is in 2008 when he had his knee injuries that he missed a couple months. Then he came back for the U.S. Open, won that, and then he was done for the rest of the year. Steve Williams was saying that's the best he's ever seen Tiger play. And if he would have been healthy that year, who knows what he would have won.
We were talking about from 2009 to 2018. Like he didn't even have a chance.
He won what, 9 times that year? 2009, I think?
Yeah, but
seven,
and then he lost
7, 9 times.
They lost to
yeah, that still hurts, man. I still remember watching that, and
oh god, I mean, out of why even?
I still can't believe that, man.
Tiger Slayer. But no, if he did have the opportunity to have a chance at those majors, who knows? We were saying what, he'd probably have 25 by now. But we don't live in a world of what ifs. It's what have you done? And he's got 15, and we're hoping he gets back soon. So moving along, next this week we have the Wells Fargo Championship at Quail Hollow. Great golf course, long, 75-21, pretty healthy, solid field. Justin Thomas just going down the world rankings. Justin Thomas, John Rahm, Xander, Bryson, Patrick Reed, Webb Simpson, Patrick Cantley. You get the idea. Will Zalatoris, Abe Answer, Corey Connors, Joaquin Niemann. We're looking at a long golf course that's going to require some pretty good mid-iron to long to mid-iron play from that 150 to 180, 190 if it's playing wet even. Got to look at guys who are capable of keeping the ball in the fairway and who are great ball strikers. It's going to be on CBS and Golf Channel like this past week, which the coverage I thought was pretty good this week, Dave. I'm not sure how it was up in Canada, but also got Jason Day, Phil Mickelson, Rickie, which we'll talk about. And then after that, we got the Byron Nelson and the PGA. So I think we're in for a treat this week. Rory has been known to play well here. Dave, do you have any thoughts on the Quail Hollow, or is it just another week getting to another major?
It's pretty much just another week, but it's a good tournament. I've always enjoyed watching this one. Great because great course, Ball Strikers course.
Fantastic.
Hosted a PGA in 2017. So
Yep.
yeah, it's always a strong field. This was always one Tiger would play, so I'd always be glued to it.
And they also redid the greens, I think, in 2017 when they when they had the major, and so kind of changed it a little bit. But yeah, long. It's
yeah, and it's going to be a lot of players' last tune-up before the PGA in a couple of weeks. So it'll be a good week for sure.
Yeah. And so why don't we get into our locks this week? Dave, we're trying to get you on the board. Who is your
I think
winner?
I got it this week.
We didn't discuss him, so I'm curious to hear who you got.
I'm going with JT again. Well, not again, but as my winner.
JT.
I think as long as he can make some putts. I think if he putts decent this week, I think he'll be right there. He's hitting it great. He loves the course. Obviously, is where he won his first major championship back in 2017. So likes the course, good memories. So yeah, I'm going with JT.
That's fair. That's
my
hard.
Contender.
Oh, yeah.
Go on. What?
Oh no, I was gonna say it's kind of like he's the way he can. It just was putting this week. I mean, and that kid can win fucking every week. It's like so frustrating to watch, but it's actually kind of fun because he's super impressive. I just before you get into your contender, let me just give you my winner, and let me just tell you. Let me tell you that I'm taking a fellow countryman, Corey Connors. I'm taking him to win at Quail Hollow. I think he's
a great ball striker.
Great ball striker. And
problem with him is his putter.
Well, but if he gets it going. If he gets it going and gives himself chances, who knows? Because he can be streaky.
He's been on the record as saying if he putts well, he contends.
Yes, and he was TA Masters, T4 at the Heritage. He's second in ball striker, I don't know, ninth in strokes gained, tee to green. Like there's a lot of things going in his favor, and he's been in the mix recently. And I wanted to give a shout out to Canada, and I'm gonna win this for Canada. That's what I want to do. So Corey Connors, let's do it. Do it for the people of Ontario, my friend. Dave, you're contender.
I think this is an easy one. I'm going Max Homa, defending champ technically, since last year it was canceled, this event. He's playing some of the best golf he's ever played, I think, in his career. They're saying he's hitting it better than he ever has. So yeah, I see his strong play continuing this week at Quail Hollow. Yeah, I think it's a no-brainer.
Yeah, I think that's a fair pick. I mean, he said, I saw him.
He must be pretty upset after his round today.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, it must be. But I mean, at the same time, I mean, we know golf is hard, and he did say that he's playing the best. He said he got better at golf. Did you see that?
Yeah, they asked him.
It's like people are asking what happened. He's like, I'm just better. Yeah. That's a refreshing answer. So yeah, contender. I'm going Rory. I'm still a believer. I'm pretty much always going to take Rory in a Quail Hollow. He's won there twice. Maybe this is where he gets it back. Who knows? Maybe. Well, I mean, again, wedge play and putting are crucial and hitting fairways. So Rory contending, gets it back this week. Fade.
Rory. I'm fading Rory. Honestly, until I see some good results out of him and some signs of improvement, I'll keep fading him. I'm sure he's been working super hard on his game back home. But let's see if that transitions into tournament play. We have the next major coming up on a course he's won. So we'll see how things go for him. But until I see some signs of improvement, I'm fading him. I mean, what I saw at the Masters was pretty bad. So,
well, what we've been seeing recently from Rory, I can't not
so
disagree, but I
so we'll
slightly
see this
disagree.
week. We'll see who's.
One of us is going to be right. He's either going to make the cut or he's not going to make the cut.
Well, he may make the cut, but he may not contend. So technically,
I'm convinced.
We could.
I mean,
be wrong.
backdoor top 10 is Rory's specialty at a course like Valhalla. So we'll see. Fade for me. Phil is in the field. He's played well here. I'm still fading Phil Mickelson this week.
Did you see what he said after his round, that he can't focus?
Dude, yeah, I did see that.
That's pretty weird.
Seems sort of concerning. The context of it basically was if there was like a camera click or there are people moving around in the gallery, he's having a tough time focusing back on the task at hand. And obviously in golf, you have to be in the moment you pull the trigger. And it seemed concerning to me.
And you know what?
He's 50.
Now that after
50.
he said that, I can kind of see that when I watch him play.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can see just some holes where he just doesn't seem like he's focused out there.
Like he's there. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's got that coffee brand. I don't know whether that has any contribute.
Well, maybe he's been trying to do that just to kind of build the focus. Yeah.
Right. Exactly. And he had the CBD gum and stuff, I think, at the Masters, back when Tiger won it. Yeah, I don't know, man. He's still hitting. We're still talking about Phil Mickelson. He's 50 years old on the PGA Tour. So yeah, that was concerning. I hope he's okay, and because we're better for it. We're gonna get into something with Phil in a second because I had a second fade, and I kind of wanted to throw in Rickie. I hope he plays well this week. I just had to put him on record and say, let's just make a cut. We need you to make a cut, Rickie. We miss you. Golf needs you.
Hope he wins this week.
And speaking about Rickie, he's playing fresh off a Dave, I'm sure you heard about this, a PGA exemption. Rickie Fowler was not in the field at the PGA. The PGA gave him an exemption, special exemption. I'm not sure what reason they cited, but into the PGA, Rickie's in the field at the PGA, and good for him, right?
I'm good with it. I mean, obviously it's a better event with him in the field. So why not? He's done a lot for golf. He's been a great player for many years. They have these exemptions, so why not use them on someone like him?
And they have like, what do they got, like 20 or 30 of them? So like it's just like
plus they have all these club pros, which I get it. It's part of the event, which have no chance of winning the event. So I mean, yeah, at least Rickie has a shot.
Yeah, Rickie, I guess he has a shot. I think it's a good. I don't know what kind of message we're sending. I'm not quite sure. I know, like we were saying, I mean, it's a shame we're talking about a guy who used to be top 5 in all 4 majors.
He'll get it back. If Jordan could do it from where he was, I have no doubt Rickie will get back.
I think Jordan's a better player than Rickie in general, though, so I'm not sure.
Well, I can also see Jordan working harder. I think Jordan puts in a lot of time for sure.
Yes.
But I think Rickie will get back to at least.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I agree with you. Jordan is a better player. He's definitely done way more in the game.
Yeah, he's won a major, several.
Several.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, Rickie, man, dude, golf's hard. We said that he'll get it back. Also, exemption news, Phil was talking about whether he would take a special exemption into the US Open. I'm not quite sure why he would. First of all, he's not. I don't think he's eligible for the field right now as is.
No, he's not in right now. And US Opens or USGA said they would give an exemption, and he said he's not sure if he's going to accept it yet.
And it's at Torrey Pines. It's his
where he grew up, right?
Yep, exactly. I don't know. He was skeptical. He has been on the record basically saying like, I'm not going to be playing tough golf courses, and we all know that US Opens they're set up to be tough.
I mean, I don't know why he wouldn't want to play it though. Yeah, like I obviously he doesn't think super highly of the USGA, but you know what? That's the one you need to finish the career Grand Slam. You're not going to have many chances left. You're 50 years old, so you never know. Maybe you catch fire that 1 week, and you got to play as many as you can. I think he should play.
Yeah, I agree. I think you should play. It's a question of if he's going to want to play.
I think he will. You know, I think he will.
I hope he does, because it's way fun.
It's more exciting with him in the field. Yeah, for sure.
And the USGA event, I just don't. I gotta think playing. You know, and finishing runner up 6 times is gotta take a toll on you, though.
Yeah, for sure.
But hey, Phil is his. We all know he's his own man, so we'll see what kind of decision he makes. We'll hope to see him in Torrey. Good on the USGA for even considering the option. Unless they just want to try and embarrass him, or unless Phil's just going to try and run to a putt and hit it while moving. I don't know.
It sucks. It sucks this year that it's at Torrey too, man. I wish Tiger was playing.
Oh God, yeah, dude. Yeah. That would have been.
Torrey looks beautiful, by the way. There's a bunch of guys that were playing there this past week. USGA, all the influencer guys, and it looked awesome.
Yeah, well, it is a beautiful golf course. It's public, so it's gonna be fun. But yeah,
it's on the bucket list to play one day for sure.
Yeah,
I'll pay the $500.
We still have a PGA. Well, yeah, but like I think I'd rather play the PGA. Yeah, well, not the PGA, but I'd rather play Kiawah than Torrey. We can have that conversation too at some point. So where are you going to spend the $500 is the question.
Well, for me, it'd be Pebble, my number one. Public.
That's your one.
That's my one. Yeah.
We're going to talk about bucket list golf courses, because that Pebble's a beautiful place. I know from experience.
Yeah.
Which future for sure. But hey, we asked a question on social media about what's the worst thing to hear on a golf course before you tee off. And I think it generated some fantastic responses.
It did. Got a lot of good responses.
And there was a couple in the running, but Dave, when I saw you post this on, as a multiple choice question on Instagram, and I kind of left it open-ended on Twitter. But first of all, let me know, where did you get this idea from?
So someone DM'd me. He's like, I have an idea for a post. You should do a poll of the worst things to hear on a golf course. And these are the ones that I posted. No cart girl today. Greens were aerated. Kitchen is closed. Cart pass only. Whatever. So I made it into a post, and it generated a ton of responses. People had different opinions. That's for sure. Some people added in their own. Well, for you, if you had to pick, what's the worst thing? You get to a course and they're like, oh, by the way.
Get to course and the starter is like, you're on the first tee. And it's like, oh, by the way, it's car pass only today.
That's the worst thing for you?
That's the worst thing for me.
Not me.
What's because
for you? To me, even if that's the case, I don't care. No one listens to that anyway.
I'm not going to take a card if it's car pass only.
I'm saying even if I do, I'm still going on the fairways after I pass the first.
Oh, you're not even you're just disregarding the rules? That's
pretty much. Yeah, everyone does that. There's very rare that people follow that. The one thing that sucks, which you can't get away with, is the greens were aerated. I mean, if you're a serious golfer and you want to actually try and shoot a good score, you have no chance with aerated greens. Good luck putting on that, right?
Well,
obviously no cart
turns
girl
more into luck
too.
than skill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously no cart girl, kitchen clothes, that sucks too. It just, makes your enjoyment of the day go down for sure.
What about is that your wife? And she just shows up on the first tee. I don't know.
That seems pretty rare. I'm sure it's happened. Don't get me wrong. I'm sure there's been some crazy things happen, but yeah.
Yeah, aeration. The greens aerated. Oh, we just punched the greens today. Yeah, that is awful too. I mean, because you already paid the greens fees, and they're not going to discount your greens fees, right?
Yeah, and I don't know. Do they tell you when you pay, or is there a sign posted? Maybe I
They
don't know.
should. They should. But that's the beautiful thing about the internet and open-ended questions. It's up for interpretation. We're assuming they never told you anything, and the starter's like, oh, by the way, we just punched these. You know, we timed the greens at my golf course, and this guy was going out, and he asked me, he's like, the putting green, did you guys just do this today? I'm like, yeah, and he's like, I got a tee time in 5 minutes. I had no idea. So yeah, I don't think we.
You know what else sucks, which I've had happen to me, is temporary green. Yeah, I played a course where there's been like 1 or 2 holes that whatever the greens got beat up, and they've had these little temporary greens in front of the real green, and it's terrible.
Yes. Yeah, dude. It's you're not really paying. I mean, you're paying greens fees. If it should be, you should get a discount. You should take whatever the greens fees divided by 18, and then that's per hole, and but yeah, I mean, temp greens, unfortunately, it's part of golf course maintenance sometimes, right?
You need to do it. Yeah. I get it.
But just tell us before we buy a green.
Or when you book the tee time, be like, oh, by the way, the greens will be. By the way, we're
aerated. Do something. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So good conversation about that. We'll be asking some more questions. Well, we typically do ask some good shit. And we'll be sharing some more stuff from our social media. If you're not following us, again, at 2 Inches Short, at Golf and Jokes. That's us. We're people just like you, golfers trying to get better. Big Tiger fans. We're going on. Let's move on to we all need golf instruction in our life.
Yep.
And sometimes the internet produces rare nuggets of gold.
Produces legends.
Rare nuggets of gold. And we were fortunate to come across one this past week. If you're not following this guy, you should. It's Manolo Teaches Golf. He's at an Instagram account. I don't even think he's on Twitter, or he might. Last time I checked, he wasn't on it.
I think he's just on Instagram and TikTok now.
Yeah. So he's a instant legend, viral legend in the golf space. If you haven't seen this guy, check him out. He does golf instruction in a very, very simple, basic sort of Scarface, Jesus from the Big Lebowski vibe. It's great. Dave, I've never seen golf tips presented like this. When you saw this, I saw you post it first, and then I took it from you. Explain to me how you ran into this and your first reaction when you saw it.
Yeah.
Manolo's spring break. Sorry.
First of all, I don't know. First of all, if you don't know who he is, his name is Manolo Vega. He teaches out of a course in California.
Tropicana?
Yeah, something like that.
Something. It's like a barbershop too.
Yeah. So I mean, if you haven't seen him the last week, you've probably been living under a rock. But yeah, what an absolute legend. I've never seen someone's account grow as quickly as his. He had 38,000 when I posted his video, and the very next night he was at 120,000, and I think he's up to like 180 right now. And just insane growth. I've never seen that. Well deserved. He gives golf tips and he makes it fun with his catchphrases, waggle that shit, smack that shit, that's it.
That's it.
Yeah, so it's just his delivery's on point. It's hilarious. Like you said, it has like that Tony Montana Scarface vibe with his accent. And yeah, just incredible stuff. I'm looking forward to his other content.
Yeah, it's even like a little Ali G in there, and then even a little like Sevi, to be honest. It's like Sevi because like he's got that. He's actually looks like a really good player.
Yeah, he's looks like a good player.
We're debating whether that's his voice or not. We think I think it is. That's him. Yeah. And I think he's truly appreciative. So I mean, it just goes to show you what could happen when you make great content and it gets shared on the internet. And yeah, dude, I caught myself repeating bienvenidos. Like on Manolo spring break, I on the golf course, I'm sitting there filling divots, and I'm saying this out loud, and people are you okay? So yeah, it's not
he even
like
came out with some merch.
Yeah,
Which,
and he's like
I think it's sold out now, but yeah, I'm sure there'll be more.
Yeah, I mean, and I like how he's presenting, because he's just like, I'm just a man. That's all I am. I'm just a man.
Yeah.
It's not a business. This is just my thing. So good for him. I mean, and
it's a great shtick he has. Like, it's kind of like we said, it's kind of like Club Pro Guy, but different. Like, obviously Club Pro Guy is all parody. And Manolo's actually teaching you skills, just in a funny way. So it's it's funny.
Yeah, it's like we said. I mean, he had, like, what we were talking about, like 100, 200 followers like a month ago, and then all of a sudden you just never know when.
Well, I never saw him before the other night, so I don't know how many he had back a month ago or whatever. But all I know is when I saw him, he had 38,000.
Unbelievable.
Which, you know what? Actually, I saw some comments, and on my video, they're saying a few days ago he was like at like 1,000 or 2,000. So even before I posted it, the growth was already happening.
Right.
Big time.
And that's right. I think I DM'd you. I was like, Dave, I think he's got more followers than you now, man. Like, he's like, oh, he's way past me.
He blew by me.
But yeah, man. I mean, good for Manolo. Good for us. I feel fortunate we were able to see that.
Honestly, with the way his personality is and what he does, there's so many opportunities. I mean, and if you're looking at some of his followers, Steph Curry follows him, so he has some big guys following him now.
He's at Manolo, Manolo, teaches golf, all one word. Check him out. Maybe one day we'll get him on this podcast and hear those sweet tones of nasty and sexy. But yeah, smack that shit. Just don't worry about it.
Waggle that shit.
Waggle that shit. Yeah, awesome stuff. So yeah, that we're going into we're 2 weeks before the PGA, getting there.
Should be good.
We got a good week ahead of us with Wells Fargo. Got a great field. Hope we'll see some good stuff. Maybe we'll get a little.
Is Jordan playing this week?
I don't see his name in the field.
Yeah.
Something we didn't mention is some popularity points, by the way, with the PGA Tour's Player Impact program, with Paulina posting a little snippet of her trying on wedding dresses. Stay tuned for that, people. Didn't really discuss that. DJ might be getting married, and Brooks also got engaged there right after this program was announced. So we'll see. We'll see who's trying to get married for the $8 million. Are
they still friends, by the way?
I don't know.
I don't know, because they were like best boys, and now
they were like gym bros, and then they started like talking shit about each other. Like,
I feel like there's a rift there right now.
I don't know.
You haven't seen anything pretty much since those comments of them together or anything like that. So I don't know.
They both seem to have been settling down with their significant others, and who knows whether they're taking jabs at each other offline. Didn't they share a coach or like a strength trainer? Right. That's
so
what
Claude was working with both of them. He no longer works with Brooks. Brooks, I think, got rid of him, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like there's definitely something going on there. Who knows?
Yeah. Who knows? But so stay tuned for some more content coming out of the golf world. We're hoping always for some good stuff to see, some share, DM us, do all that stuff. Anyways, we're on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. If you haven't subscribed by now and you made it this far, we thank you for staying with us. Now subscribe, rate, comment, like, share, helps us out. We appreciate the support. Dave, are we we're all clear? We're good with your picks, like JT, feeling good going into the week, feeling like it's gonna be a good week. Maybe the restrictions get lifted.
I think it's all right.
Maybe we play golf this week, Dave. Maybe we play golf this week.
No, not happening.
Anyways, man, listen, Dave, it's always a pleasure. All you listening out there, you've just been double crossed. We are out. Peace.